Welcome to Deep Thought. Why fake it until you make it is a bad idea. You know, I was thinking about that because every now and then somebody say, yeah, I'll just fake it till I make it. And I'm just like, no. It's a bad idea because if you faking something, you're not developing what you need to actually succeed. Because you're just faking it. Because if you're faking it, that means you don't know, you're not doing the real thing. You know, a common thing is to fake like you're rich. Okay. And it's like, yeah, just act like you're rich, act like you're rich. And yeah, some people could say have that mindset of being rich. But see, there's an important part in there. See, if you're faking it, you're not doing what you really need to do to actually be rich. If you're faking it, you're not doing the real work. You're faking it. Like, for example, before I got to six figures. Yeah, I'm at six figures. Anyway, before I got there was, I told y'all. Well, I said it on my money chat. I talk about it there. There was a time when credit was jacked up. Like, my credit was jacked up. I have no fear. That's why I tell people sometimes you need to track to go ahead and dox me. That's the most they'll find if they can find that. I have no problem saying it because, well, I'll probably write a book on how to get out of all of that. But no, there was a tough time. I remember there was a time so tight for money. Shoot, most I could do was drive to work and drive back. I didn't drive any place extra. Shoot, it was tough. Now somebody would say, oh, you could have faked it until you made it. It's like, no. I worked on getting to a certain point. See, I didn't tell people, and when it was some problems, I would tell people if they would have asked, I said, no, it's day to day. It's a struggle. Oh yeah, everything is okay. No, it ain't. And then as I built up, I just stayed in my lane, But the thing was, I did the real work. Because how often have people fake like something was happening until you find out it was they not doing it? Because I'm going to tell you what, faking it can be a lifestyle. People could fake so much. You got a lot of people living way beyond their means. That's a common thing. They faking like they got money. They faking like they doing something, and they basically living off of credit cards and say, well, the big break is going to come. That ship is going to come in. Well, what happens if it don't? Then you got all those credit cards to pay, and then you default and everything. It can mess you up. It can mess you up. It wasn't the thing to do. The thing you want to do is, if you working, you building something, you want to do the real work. You want to do the real work and have no problem telling people this is where you are. If you even need to tell them, they don't really need to ask. Because people can see what's going on with you. You just say and just tell them. It's like, look, I'm just working on my stuff. Just working on it. Because I'm going to tell you something with that. If you honest with it, then somebody might say, like, okay, you want to make that six figures. That's pretty much middle class. All right, you want to make that six figures. You got maybe some business ideas, something. Instead of acting like, oh, I'm already there and, going into debt, doing stuff, you could be like, yeah, like you have a conversation and say, yeah, you know what, I'm working. This is what I want to do. If you being honest, then somebody might say, oh, well, I know about this class thing, or I know about this certification. Oh, you know what? I have a job. You seem like you working hard. I need somebody in that position. That could take you to that next level. You might work to the point where you learn that business, or you get to a high position and there's something. Then when you actually making that money, then the next thing is you working towards that million. And I know sometimes this might sound like something I'll put on my Money Matters channel. But it's something to think about, because that's been a big problem. A lot of people faking it, pretending, like you look at social media. A thing I've heard a lot is, people are posing in front of some fancy car or something, but you're faking. Shit, how about don't pose in front of a car at all? If you don't got that car, don't show it. Actually do the work. Actually do the work, regardless of what it is, you know? Now, you can still have it in your mind you want to get there, but you got to be realistic. See, mentally, you want to have that vision, but don't fake the vision. You want to work towards making it come true. And then that's when you develop the actual skills that you need, the skill set, the talent, the connections, whatever you need, because you being real. Like, say you faking it till you make it, right? All right, you might run into somebody and, you know, they ain't trying to dig deep. You look like you got it going. They keep quiet. They don't offer you a job. It's like, oh, he must already have that job. They don't give you some advice. You know, it's like, boom. Or like, let's use one, relationships. Don't fake it. You know, I'm known for talking about select and non-select. Don't fake it like you select. A lot of guys do that. If you ain't select, don't try to fake like it, act like it. First of all, if you're a man watching this, women see through it. And if you're a woman watching this, men see through it eventually. You know, people see through it. You know you need to build something, just go ahead and build it. Be humble about it. Just go ahead and build whatever skill, learn whatever you need to learn, develop yourself. Do it for real. You know, because it really just does come down to, if you faking something, you can get caught up in that illusion. You know, it's not really who you are. And no, you can't. I'm going to just be real. You can fake something for a long time. You can fake something for a long time. But how many people have faked something and then it comes crashing down once people go through it? Shoot, social media, like YouTube. How many people get doxxed and you find out, no, they ain't who they are? You know, and everything come crashing down. That's why I challenge people to dox me. I say, shoot, if I don't need y'all to know something, I don't share it. But at the same time, if you want to dig for it, it's right there. And I'm like, what you gonna say? You know, I didn't fake like I was anything other than this. You know, because see, the thing is, I'll end this with this story. I've said this story. I shared this story probably on this channel, but it was like early on. But it's a story that always stuck with me, and it was when I was a sophomore in college. It was when I was a sophomore in college, sophomore or junior. And I was taking a class with this one professor, very popular professor. And I remember we came and sat down, and he gave us a story. It was about a man whose face got burned real badly. And the man, he wasn't really doing much in life. So, you know, but the man, somebody had a mask made for him. It was the mask of a handsome man, all right? So, okay, he put on his mask. All of a sudden, he's popular, getting women, getting fame, all of that. But then he was also getting some problems, major problems with it. So what did he do? He went to to the same guy to remove the mask. But then when the mask maker took the mask off, he stepped back. The man's face under there had become the mask. So that wasn't a good thing. Because then, since his face had become the mask, all that bad stuff was following him. See, when you fake it till you make it, yeah, you can actually get someplace, you know, look good, all of that. But what happens when your face becomes that fake and that fake starts bringing problems? You can't necessarily pull away from it. It's better to be real no matter what, you know? I'm not going to fake like I ain't a millionaire. I'm not going to fake like I am, all right? I drive a modest car. I got a nice place, but it ain't no mansion or like some penthouse. And I have no problems with that. I'll tell people that, you know? I'm not going to fake like anything. Like I said, I always tell people to dox me. You got to be able to present your true self, because when you present that mask, that fake, it can get you something for a little while, but it's not a long-term thing. So I want y'all to think about that. Don't let your face become the mask. All right? Don't fake it till you make it. Work to make it, period. And go through that path. Develop the real skills to make it, all right? So that's all I have for today, y'all. I'll get back with y'all. Keep rising.